Hello, everybody. Welcome back on another beautiful day, morning, evening, night, whenever you are watching this, to another episode of Too Fast, Two Duelists, the Speed Duel series on this channel. I'm here with the former channel namesake, Dakota. How are you today?
Pretty good. Just want to note, I want to go ahead and just jump my bets ahead, saying that this is the best Speed Duel series on YouTube to this date. So
Yes.
yeah, just stay tuned, keep watching the channel. More to come. Watch me and Cody just completely ruin this format.
Now, I gotta say, though, I've only seen one other Speed Duel series on this channel, so are you declaring war?
On this channel, or you mean YouTube in general?
No, on the other channel.
Oh, yes, declaring war.
Okay. All right, who are we fighting?
Yeah, if you're into speed duels and you want entertainment, this is the one-stop shop. You got to come here. I'm just gonna get all the hate.
Where else are you gonna see this?
Yeah,
popping off or not popping off, depending.
Yeah. Where else are you gonna go for your music references, your movie references,
game references with Dutch? That's been a thing.
Yeah, pro wrestling references. We have it all. We do it all.
Yeah, total skill mismatches too.
Yeah, misplays and just the worst skill cards imaginable. I don't think other channels are covering the really terrible skill cards. So we're giving every skill card a little bit of love.
If you want to see how to play some skill cards really bad, and you want to see how to play some good skill cards also really bad, or maybe really good, this is the place for you.
I feel like the last episode was a pretty good moment for that. I think I did pretty well with that skill card.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was a shining example for you. That was not for me.
You win some, you lose some. Today could be totally different.
Today I get Cloudians. I'm gonna joke about that until it eventually happens.
It will happen now that you said it.
Well, intro's out of the way then. We are a smaller YouTube channel, so we do please ask for your support. We would ask for likes, comments, and subscribes if you are so willing. We do have a goal on this channel right now. We have a goal of 100 subscribers. And as a reward to you for getting us there, we plan to do a review of Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie, in which I've actually found some packs from back in the day, and we're going to open them when we do it.
It'd be a great day that day.
Yes, they're sitting there just waiting in their top loaders. So what you are seeing in front of you right now is a giant wheel full of the skills that are still to be claimed in Speed Duels. We will each spin the wheel one time, get a assigned skill, and we take 20 minutes to build a deck around that skill. At the end of the 20 minutes, we come together for a match best 2 out of 3, and we see who built the better deck or who got screwed over harder.
Yes.
Me. Last week it was me.
Last week it was you. This week it could be me. Depends. We have 98 more choices to go through.
That's a lot of episodes. Stay tuned, guys.
Yeah. This is another new one. The Dragon Hunting Swordsman. This is Buster Blader.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So the Dragon Hunting Swordsman is a Yamayugi skill. For skill activation at the start of the duel, flip this card over. For the effect, once per duel, you can discard one card, then fusion summon one fusion monster that mentions Buster Blader, using monsters from your hand or field as material. While the only monster you control is Buster Blader or a fusion monster that mentions it, monsters in your opponent's graveyard become dragons.
Dark Paladin Turbo.
Dark Paladin Turbo buffed.
Yes. I mean, turn one, if I was able to do it, you're probably not going to have anything engraved, so it's not like that's really doing much.
No.
It kind of encourages you to kind of just keep the one monster on the field to keep the buff. This is a similar skill card to what I think it was I had before, maybe even twice had before, where you kind of just discard a card and it acts itself as the poly.
I think you had that with the ritual too, with Relinquished.
Yeah, I think that was like a relinquished one, and I feel like I could be wrong, but like Jaden had one like this or something. I could be mistaken. It could just be the fact that I landed on like 2 ritual ones and the relinquished one is like throwing me off. But all right, yeah, so this is another new one. I've been asking to try out some of these newer ones, and I got 2 in a row.
Okay, now it's my turn.
It is your turn. We are spinning the wheel, see what you get. It's slowing down. Okay. Stalked by the Rare Hunters, another new one.
Oh, it's the one that took red eyes from Joey on the picture.
Yeah, that
But
guy.
it just says Rare Hunter in the title.
Yeah, he doesn't have a name.
Oh yeah, I guess he doesn't. Am I playing Exodia? That'd be cool.
No.
Not with 20 cards, I guess not. But actually, that'd be better, wouldn't it?
It would be better, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's why Exodia isn't in here.
Yeah, it'd be too easy. Skill activation. Flip this card over when you activate this skill. The effect: once per duel during your end phase, discard one card, then choose one monster in your opponent's graveyard that was destroyed and sent there this turn and set it on your field.
Okay.
I don't really know how I feel about that unless I can out your Dark Paladin, but
Yeah.
because your materials aren't going to be destroyed.
No, the materials aren't destroyed. You would have to destroy the Dark Paladin. I mean, there's definitely still cards that can out it. I mean, Dark Paladin's a good card, but it's not like, you know, Dragoon. It's not impossible.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Not yet. Coming in the next set.
It's almost like that vampire card, because that skill gives the Genesis the effect to steal a card and then set it to your board. But this one just triggers during the end phase. That's each end phase, or is it only a one-time
Only
deal?
once per duel.
Wow, okay. It does sound like a very situational skill card because it won't probably be that helpful in every type of deck.
I don't know. I think I might be in for it rough this episode. We'll see.
I feel like since you're going to be in for it rough, I'm going to be in for it rough because who knows what the hell it is that you're going to come up with.
Deskawala.
Deskawala probably, Lava Golem probably. All right, so Yugi versus a Rare Hunter, flashback from the series.
Shall we rewrite the anime? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. You ready for deck building?
No.
No.
Probably not.
Well, we're going to do it anyway.
Damn it.
I'll see you
All
in
right.
20 minutes.
Okay. All right, guys, we're back after the 20 minutes. I had to spend basically the entire 20 minutes building this deck. I asked Dakota for time, and it was less than a minute left, so I had to finish the deck real quick. My ratios are really weird looking at this deck, but I'm kind of building it around Dark Paladin. That being said, the strategy of this deck is essentially just monster removal in any way I can. I know the skill: if I can destroy a monster on my turn, I can rip that monster from his graveyard and set it to my field. I'm not really planning on doing that unless it's a big boy, but we'll get in there and we'll see. To start off, I have 2 copies of Blowback Dragon. Copycats here is kind of like a last-ditch effort. If he has a big monster on the board and I have no other way to out it, I can just normal summon Copycat and crash into it. Dogeron is here. I didn't want to play Lava Golem because his skill card requires him to only have the Buster Blader or the Fusion on the field in order to get the full effect. So rather than a 2 tribute special summon, I went for a 1 tribute special summon. Maneater Bug is here for monster removal in case he attacks into it. Vampire Hunter is hopefully going to be a very good card. It won't work against Buster Blader, but if he gets Dark Paladin on the board, any dark monster that I battle with during the damage step is automatically destroyed. Bashing Shield is here in case I need to buff anything on my field. Hero Emerges is a good way to cheat out either Dogeron or Blowback Dragon. Floodgate Trap Hole is here to shut down. I'm not really playing spell cards because Dark Paladin will shut that down. So Floodgate's a way to shut down anything. Magic Drain in case he plays any spell cards. I can force him to discard a spell card if he wants that effect to go through or not, or if not, it'll negate and destroy. And finally, Wall of Disruption. You've seen it before. Just weakens his monsters for every monster he has on the field. Side deck is very cheeky. So I did run 3 copies of Deskawala on the side deck. I don't think it's going to be good for a game 1 thing, but if I go into a bind in a game 2 or game 3, it may come in handy. And 3 copies of Mask of the Accursed. So this is the way I'm thinking. It's a win-win for me because either I use this on a big monster that's not the Fusion, that's not Dark Paladin, and it shuts it down and it gets burned for as long as it's in the field until you can get Dark Paladin on the field. Or if it is Dark Paladin, I can get it to him, and Dakota's probably going to try to use the negate effect to discard a card. So if I can keep using this, I can keep ripping cards out of his hand until eventually he has no hand or he's forced to take the mask. Extra deck is just making the Dragon Bluffs, which again, for however many weeks in a row now, is not in my deck, but it's just 3 Ultimate Dragon, 3 Dragon Champion again. Yeah, this is a deck that's built entirely around knowing what my opponent is playing and trying my best to stop it. That is one of the benefits that we have in this series and the way that we are currently doing it. So yeah, I think it has potential to stop his deck. It just depends on exactly how fast he can turbo out Dark Paladin with what I drew. Hopefully I can stall him for a while and get the upper hand. but we'll see how it goes. Let's get out there and do this thing.
All right, guys, the 20 minutes is up, and this is the deck that I decided to build. Obviously, we have to turbo out Dark Paladin as fast as possible. Typically, I end up building decks that only have 20 cards, just because, you know, the math just works out that way, trying to get to your good cards as quickly as possible. But I felt like playing this many kind of like bricks in the deck, I was able to get away with playing multiple cards and just exceed the 20 card size. So we're doing 3 Buster Blader and 3 Dark Magician. That way I can actually possibly make the Dark Paladin 3 times. One of the Dinosaur Kaiju. This way I can get over one of his problematic monsters. I feel like he's probably going to be setting monsters a lot, so I can just tribute over his set card, probably not triggering it if it's a flip effect monster. And then I have another way to deal with the Kaiju as well. 3 Breaker, just a pretty good normal summon out his back row before I commit to the battle phase. 3 Emblem and 3 Summoner's Art. Both these cards just search the Dark Magician and or the Buster Blader. This card I can actually search the Buster Blader from the graveyard. 2 Fusion Gate. So I was stuck between if I play this, or if I play Poly, or if I play Poly and the Recycling Plant. But at the end of the day, I felt like those cards require me to set up more to get them to work. And the Fusion Gate, as long as I have the monsters on the field or in my hand, I can banish them, which isn't really that bad for me, just because I'm not getting like bonus effects from having the Dark Magician and the Buster Blader in the graveyard in the first place. And at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get up the Dark Paladin, which this card will do. 0 Gravity, just to stall a little bit, switches monsters to defense or to attack, depending on the situation. And 3 Lost Wind, so this will deal with him if he's dealing with special summon monsters, but also I can Kaiju over his monsters if I have the Dark Paladin established, and then Lost Wind the Kaiju, making it half the attack. And then hopefully the Dark Paladin can just go for the rest of the damage that I need to get. For the side deck, I didn't know exactly what to do, so I figured I'd play Double Cyclone to out his back row, and I can also just chain this to my normal spells as well, so I can use one of the Searcher spells and then chain this to it to destroy that search spell and then destroy one of his cards. Lastly, Diffusion Wave Motion. So this is a anime card and a half. Pretty much you pay 1,000 life points, target a level 7 or higher spellcaster. This turn, it must attack all monsters your opponent controls. Also, monsters' effects cannot be activated and are negated if they're destroyed by the spellcaster. So even if he has 3 monsters face down, I have this and the Dark Paladin. I can just clear up his entire board, destroy all of them. Flip effects are not activated. Floating effects are not activated. So hopefully that's just a good push that I can do. That's pretty much the deck. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to play out. I was able to do some test hands and they all looked really good. I was able to get to the Dark Paladin very easily. So I'm hoping that the ratios are all good, but you never know. There's definitely going to be some hands that you might end up drawing poor. All in all, I do plan on going second with this deck just because I do want the additional card before I go and commit to the board. But I'm interested to see how this is going to go. Dark Paladin is a cool card and it'd be cool to get a win from it. So let's go ahead and get into the games. Okay, buddy.
20 full minutes went by.
Yep.
And we both needed pretty much all of it.
I finished like slightly before you, but I was able to have some extra time left over and I did some test hands, so.
Yeah, for those of you at home, I asked him how much time I have left. He said 50 seconds. I said, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I'm curious on what you were able to build with this though, because your card is like one of the most generic ones that we've seen.
Probably, yeah. I would say so. Ooh, I got stomped on.
All right. I don't know if this will surprise you or not, but I will opt to go second.
Okay.
I would very much like to start with an additional card.
Fair enough.
This does give you setup, so this might actually play into your strategy.
Oh, your skill says at the start of the duel, flip this card over. Does it do that? Oh, it does.
It does. Okay.
Where do I begin here?
That is the question.
I'll begin in the standby phase, I suppose.
Yeah.
I shall proceed to the main phase.
That sounds pretty typical.
I'm going to go real slow.
Okay.
I'm going to get a humble tea set.
All right.
I'm going to pass.
All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. We'll go standby to main if that is okay.
That is okay.
All right. Let's start things off by activating.
Oh, you're playing quite a few.
I am.
Dude, I just looked at your deck size there.
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see it.
All right, so Summoners Art.
Bring in that Dark Magician.
I will add the Dark Magician to the hand. I honestly don't have anything too exciting, so I'm just going to normal summon Breaker and use the effect to get the counter. I will then set 1, 2,
Jesus
3.
Christ. What the fuck?
I will
Fuck.
use the effect, get rid of the counter to pop the back row. All right, that was a good call on my end, but this is probably koala, so we're going to punch in there.
It's not koala.
Maneater. Whoa, we're going
Maneater bug.
super retro. Okay. So I take it, yeah, you're using the effects.
Obviously, yeah.
That is my turn.
All right. Stand by to main.
That's all good. This was honestly probably the weakest of the test hands that I did earlier.
I've got a humble set, and I've got a pass.
All right, I will draw for turn. We'll go standby into the main phase, and I'm just going to do it again. Normal breaker.
Okay.
I will go to battle, and I will swing in.
That's good.
Copycat. Okay. I will pass the turn.
Stand by to main.
It's all good.
Set pass.
All right, I will draw for turn. Stand by to the main phase. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to use the breaker.
Yeah.
Okay. Battle 16. All right, almost halfway there. I will pass the turn.
Stand by to main.
That's all good.
I forgot to set the
Oh
pass.
no, man. Oh no. Okay, we'll go to the main phase.
Bricking. It's Brick City, bitch.
I don't have another breaker, so I will just have to go battle and swing in.
Okay, well, I can actually do something now. A hero emerges.
Oh, okay, sure.
I will shuffle quick. Take your selection.
Oh
Pull
my
back.
god. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Stand by to main.
It's all good.
I am going to start with a set, and I'm going to declare blowback.
On declaration, I'm going to activate Lost Wind targeting the blowback.
Wow. Okay, that happened to be the perfect card to have right now.
Oh yeah.
The fuck?
And that is a permanent thing, so it's permanently negated and its attack is halved. You just don't even go into that extra deck because the Lost Wind will return.
Well, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I will draw. Standby to main. Let's try another Summoner's Art.
Fine.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just set a card. I will go to the battle phase and swing in and pass the turn.
Stand by to main.
All good.
Okay. I'm gonna do a normal summon of Vampire Hunter.
If he appears.
Oh, well, he's on my screen.
Okay, there he is. Wow, that card's really annoying.
I will go battle phase.
I don't know how much more this is really doing. At the start of this card battles a dark monster, destroy that monster. I'll try to slow you down and I'll activate zero gravity.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right, I will draw. Wow, that's a terrible draw.
You have 4 cards to my 1.
Yeah, and it's not looking very good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm literally banking on Vampire Hunter right now. That is my entire stay alive strategy currently.
It won't make you feel better, but I actually can out the Vampire Hunter.
I had a feeling you could. You have a field spell set, a set back row, and 4 cards in hand. If you couldn't out it yet, I'd be a little shocked.
I can't out it yet. That's the thing. I can't out it yet, but I can draw into something, but it won't be today.
Stand by to main.
All good.
Let's start with a set. Let's switch this to attack mode,
Sure.
and then I will try again. Battle phase.
Zero gravity again.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. Come on, baby. No, that's not what I wanted. I will set a card.
Are you in Brick City, bitch, right now?
I am. I will pass the turn. Oh wait, hold up. Let me go to battle phase first. Actually,
Okay.
I'm just gonna swing the breaker into the set. Okay, yeah, I figured as much, but better to out it now than let you flip it on your turn.
Okay, so now it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay. Stand by to main. Try again.
Yeah.
Battle.
Yeah.
16.
This one will go through.
Suddenly we are tied.
Yep. No.
What is your hand?
It's really bad.
I'm kind of looking forward to watching this episode back. Just so I can see how bad your hand is.
I have to pass.
Okay. I'm going to activate Bashing Shield, equipping it to Vampire Hunter.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Battle phase.
You got it.
Wow.
Holy shit.
What the fuck was your hand?
It was bad. It was really bad. All right, buddy. Game 2.
Your move again. Make your pick.
I think I still just want the extra card.
Okay, that's fair. Entirely fair. Stand by to main.
Yep.
I'll get a set down and I'll just repeat last time.
Okay. All right, that is okay with me. We will go standby to main. Let's start with a Emblem of Dragon Destroyer.
Okay.
So
oh boy.
with it, I can add the Buster Blader. Let's go ahead and normal summon Breaker and use the effect to get the counter.
On summon.
Yeah. Okay, sure. He will get put down.
I feel like I had to, just in case you were deciding to pop it, because I didn't want to waste my floodgate.
Right.
At least get some value out of it.
Yeah. What can I do here? If anything at all. I'm gonna have to pass.
Okay. Flip summon Maneater Bug.
Yeah.
Then I've got a normal summon of Vampire Hunter.
Yep.
And then I'm going to equip him with Bashing Shield.
Okay, yeah.
Battle.
Yep.
Swing for 450. Swing for 26.
I'll take it all. All right. Draw, standby, to main. Vampire Hunter. Yes. And I will then use my skill. I'm going to have to discard a card and then fusion summon. So I will discard the Buster Blader, and then I'll send the Buster Blader and the Dark Magician. And now we have the Dark Paladin. Okay, so you have one monster in the graveyard.
That is a large chunk of change.
It is. It still doesn't kill you. That's the unfortunate part. But I don't think that, honestly, like, damage is probably just the best thing to go for right now. So I'm just gonna set a card. I'm gonna go battle, and I'm going to swing into the bug.
That would be 2950.
Correct. All right, back to you.
Okay, standby to main.
That's fine.
I've got a set. I've got Vampire Hunter.
Oh shit.
Battle phase.
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Man, Vampire Hunter. I forgot that's a card.
I did too, until looking through the effect launcher, I was like, oh, that would totally work for this.
Yeah, there's nothing really in the deck to stop the Vampire Hunter except for Kaiju. I do actually have another card that I was side decking that I threw into for this game, and that is Diffusion Wave Motion.
I thought about it. I thought there's a chance you might play that.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know, because you're not typically like the real flashy player like me, but maybe.
Well, like, I figured you're going to be setting a lot, and this card does deal with set monsters, because even if you have a full board of set monsters, the spellcaster can now attack all of them, and none of their effects can be activated.
Didn't even get to use my skill. I actually fucked up. I could have used my skill
And got the breaker.
Yeah, I could have took your breaker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gained the effect, but it would have been a body.
Yeah.
You ran a 26 card deck. Holy shit.
I figured that with me wanting to play max copies of the Buster Blader and the Dark Magician, only playing 20, you're running the risk of drawing multiples and then doing nothing. So so if you fill in the ratios and just make the deck even larger, it kind of evens itself out, especially when you're playing max copies of Emblem and the Summoner's Art. So even if you don't have the pieces, you can search for the pieces.
You had Fusion Gate set.
I had Fusion Gate set because the skill card is only a once per duel. I kind of just didn't understand, like, what would be the purpose of playing the max copies if you can only make the one paladin. So Fusion Gate fixes that problem.
Yeah, if you look at my deck, it's literally just stopping you. I also played Dogoron. I went that route instead of Lava Golem.
Oh yeah,
because I was like, he's only going to have one body on the board ideally, so he can use his skill. So I'll play Dogoron. That way I'm not worrying about not being able to summon Lava Golem and bricking on it.
Yeah. Did you see it at all?
I saw it game one, but I never got to use it.
Yeah, it really wasn't worth it.
No.
Especially when like Vampire Hunter just like kind of achieves everything.
That point in game one early on when I was passing, it's because my hand was Blowback and Dogoron.
Okay.
And I couldn't do anything with them until I drew Hero Emerges.
Yeah, totally forgot about the Vampire Hunter. Again, this card single-handedly just deals with everything about this deck. The only thing that you can do to try to prevent it is hopefully your tech cards in your Dark Paladin deck can answer it. That's like the one bad thing about Lost Wind, is that it has to be a special summon monster.
Was that your set at the end of the game there?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, so I did sided the Des Koala just because on this game.
Okay.
I did not main him though. He was a side deck. He's the only thing I sided, and I took out my copycats for that.
Yeah, copycat's not really doing much. I think like your deck is just like really well made just to counteract what it is that I'm doing. And I think that just then shows what the purpose of this skill card is, and that is blind going second. It definitely seems like my skill is a blind going second. I'm still not understanding like what the utility would be for your skill.
Yeah, I really don't either, because having to set it and you only get it during the end phase, so you can't do anything with it either.
Yeah, you can't do anything. So it's like you might want to play like stall cards, but you might want to actually mix it with like destruction cards. And I don't really mean in the sense of like man-eater bug, because it has to be your end phase. And if it's like, typically if you're just playing a strategy like that, they're just going to attack into the man-eater bug. So it's not even going to be your end phase to steal the monster that you pop. Yeah, and because like we don't have Exodia, I'm not quite sure what it is that the skill card wants you to stall with and then win with.
All right, guys, so that is it. We have conceded the dueling. We've decided that when you know your opponent's skill, you can sure as shit can build a deck around it.
Yeah.
On any other given day, I think Dakota would have won the day, but that is the nature of this series. So we would like to thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your continued support. Dakota, do you have any final thoughts for us today, sir?
Yes, Dark Paladin hasn't been done this dirty since when he was revealed in the anime.
You're talking about his
yeah.
Like war cry he did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not good. You could have given him anything.
It's a very good card. It's a very cool looking card, especially this artwork. I specifically chose this artwork over the one that we actually got in Speed Duels, which is like the full body art. It's fine, but this one's just more imposing. That one there is one of, if not my favorite card artworks that we've ever had in the game. Yeah. Stalked by the Rare Hunters. Don't know what it's for. Maybe it's, you know, there's something there. I just don't see it yet. And
maybe if you can find a way to cheat.
Yeah, and Hunting Swordsman, just blind going second. You're gonna have a hard time in game 2 and 3. I don't know. I'm just a fan of these classic cards anyways. Buster Blader, Dark Magician, Blue Eyes. They're all fun archetypes. Oh yeah, fun. Not necessarily great by any means, but fun. Yes, keyword. Oh, all right, that'll do it for us then. Thank you everybody again for watching. Join us again next week for the next episode of Revision and Too Fast Duelists, and until then, we will see you later. Bye bye. See you guys. Let me do something stupid real quick. Okay. If it's okay with you. Yeah. I had the craziest like idea to just start off in German for some reason. Oh, okay, sure. Real quick, just like a quick like hello. You gonna sing like a Rammstein song? We're all living in America.